Hey everyone, this is Jeetan. With the basic understanding on admin and beginner trails, we go into other beginner trails like this one API basics. We will go into Lightning components, Apex beginner trails, and so does for Sales Cloud and Service Cloud and other marketing and commerce clouds too. We can and then we can branch out as we work on things. So if we go into platform APIs a bit, we see that Salesforce is an API first platform, which means that Salesforce takes an API first approach to building features on Salesforce platform. API first means building a robust API for feature before focusing on designing its UI. That means the developers have access to the features as they are being added to the platform through the API layer. There are different kind of Salesforce data APIs from REST API, SOAP API, Bulk API, and PubSub API. REST and SOAP API are more synchronous APIs with the protocol as HTTP, but SOAP is more Visual based. REST, we know it's HTTP with the standard uniform interface of get, post, put, patch, delete, and bulk APIs are specialized RESTful APIs where we create a job and then we can insert millions of records into through the job into the Salesforce org. And the bulk API is asynchronous processing. Similarly, PubSub is more for the event-driven style of implementation, where we are integrating external systems with real-time events that we push to topics and on platform platform events, and then external applications, even Apex procedures. The integration frameworks can subscribe to it and then process the platform events to deliver integrations and features functionality. But before we do that, we need to connect the Postman to the Salesforce platform APIs, which are provided by Salesforce developers, and we can fork that Postman collection by following this trail. And when we do that, we can fork this Salesforce platform APIs, which I have done here, and we follow the authentication process here with OAuth 2 selected as a auth type on the platform collection, and then we get a new token. And if you are not logged in, it will ask you to log in, and then we say allow, and then we come back to the postman and it says proceed. We copy this instance URL and we say use token here, and we mention that here in the variables in the endpoint, which I have done that, and then we test the collection by calling the within the REST. We can call the limits API just to make sure that we are getting 200. Okay, that means we are connected to our Salesforce org through a Postman client. Now if we go back to the trail here, we can go through the REST APIs a bit, and we see that we can make a get call to get the account metadata. So let's just see if we can do that here. We see here we have in the REST, it's saying in Salesforce REST folder, it goes into the S object folder, and then we say get S object describe, which is here, and we mention the API name as account in the params tab. And then let's see if we hit the send here, and we try to because the value has to be account. Yeah, so we do get the metadata with the field names, account ID, their parent ID, and then record ID, and all the fields we can get in the metadata along with their data types, default values. Like in this case, if we see this one, right, with a pick list, we have, yeah, right. So that's how we can make the API call on the account object to with the describe path to get the metadata, and we can create an account with the post as subject create, and if we pass the, let's just say postman test account, and if I click on this, do I have the, yeah, here I'm passing the object name as API name as account, and I hit send. Yeah, I got 201 created. So now if I go into the, or which is this one that I authenticated, and I go into accounts, and I see postman test is getting created, then we have a SOAP APIs where we have to download this enterprise WSDL, install the SOAP UI client, and then import this WSDL, and then provide the authentication parameters in the SOAP UI client, and then we should able to make SOAP UI SOAP calls through the WSDL with the request response operation that we need to call. And then we have bulk 2 APIs. Bulk APIs are as we said, it's an asynchronous style. We create a job first within the bulk 2, we post, and we create a job with the object name and the operation. And there's an ingest pad job, ingest pad. And we follow this. Then once we have the job created, we kind of add data to that job, because we have mentioned here that the job will be operation is insert, account, and content type is CSV, line ending CRLF, carriage return line field, or depending upon the OS or the data in the how you are sending the data to the API. We can either LF or CRLF. And then once we have a job created, we can call on this resource where we mention the upload job data, this one, and we can pass that as a body, this CSV data. And once that is done, we can close the job, and then we can go into setup, check on bug data, load jobs, which you can do at your convenience to follow along in this trail. And then we have PubSub APIs. PubSub APIs are more of a streaming style, and there are additional trails on platform events and change data capture, which probably you would have to uh, do to uh, get hands-on into PubSub API. But in in enterprise environments, if we are using Salesforce Event Bus, then we rely on platform events. But a lot of times you will be using other integration tools as well. So depending upon what you have in your uh, projects and enterprise environment, you will be using PubSub pattern, and then for PubSub API for Salesforce Event Bus. And that's about it for this API basics. And thanks for listening. We'll talk to you in other videos.